So I've got my bait all painted up now. Got the pull point on there. Got the hooks on there. I just went with a orange, flat orange. Didn't do anything fancy. And then just put some brown. That brown has been working really well. And then put some eyes on there, and all I did to put the eyes on there is that's a 3/8. The white outline there is a 3/8, the back of a 3/8 drill bit. And then the pupil there is just a 3/16 inch. I got a couple videos on painting lures, so you can kind of take a look at those if you want to see what I'm doing. Everything else, that pattern I did on the back, I just did with the backside of drill bits again. So no fancy airbrush or anything. Got it all painted up, and now I'm out. And what I got to do now is tune the lure and then kind of dial it in for catching some fish, so that hopefully you can see how I do this and you can do the same to your lure. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull it through the water and see how it swims. So I've got it in here, pulling through the water, getting some nice action. But you can see that the lure is kind of coming up to the right. So if I pull this thing through the water, it's popping up to the right. Lure just popped up to the right. That means I need to tune this lure. Okay, so I had the lure popping up this way, coming out this way, which means I don't have enough surface area on this side, the right side of the lip. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take and bend the pull point this way. Bend it this way, and what that's going to do is then it's going to create more surface area on this side and kind of stabilize that lure and make it swim true. Okay, so usually what I do is take a pair of pliers or something and just bend this pull point over. I'll just try my fingers at first. So I'm just going to bend that. It's one of the nice things about these Duo-Locks, they bend pretty easily. So I just bent it a little bit. Now I'm going to try it again and see if I've got it tuned. Doing much better. Still coming a little bit up to the left though. Let's see. Yep. I think I'll get some pliers on there and show you how I do it, because you might need to bend yours a little bit more than this. So if I'm going to use pliers, I'll get the pliers on the pull point here below the snap. And again, I'm just going to bend it over to create more surface area on the right side. Just going to bend that over just a little bit, tweak that. Okay, and so I've got a slight, hopefully you can see there, I got a slight bend in that pull point now. Oh, too much. Yeah. Now it's cutting the other way, which is typical. So I have to bring it back just a little bit now. Straighten it out. That's swimming a lot better now too. It's diving down there nice. It's looking pretty good now. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. It's got a pretty tight wiggle to it, and that's good. But I might get that wiggle just a little bit wider. Try to create a little more chaos in the way it's swimming. It's swimming great right now, and it definitely will catch some steelhead. But that seems like the action is just a little too subtle for what I have been. The action is just a little too subtle for what I have been fishing these baits and getting steelhead. And so with the lip kind of flat like this, it's going to dive a little bit deeper, but not quite as get much action. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend this lip down just a little bit, and that's going to increase the action of the bait. And you can play around with this a little bit, bend that lip way down, and see you'll get all kinds of crazy action. I'm going to bring that lip down just a little bit, and that's going to get me, now just that tiny little bend that I just made there is going to really increase the action on the bait. See, I'm getting a lot wider wobble now. That's looking great. That is looking great now. Yep, just like that. And you can see it kind of jumping a little bit as it's going. You can at least feel it when you rod. You'll feel that the bait's kind of jumping and searching a little bit there. Hunting, I guess sometimes they call that with crankbaits. That's really nice. So yeah, that baby is, that's all it took. That's all it took for me to tune it and then get it dialed in for the right action. This bait is really looking good, and I think it's going to catch me some fish. So I'll take it out and try to catch a fish with it. But anyway, that's lure making in a nutshell. Now that we got it like this, you know, you can turn a whole bunch of these baits out and get all kinds of different colors and make whatever you want to fish.